Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. All right, let's check out the market. Oh, shoot. It was up a little bit ago. Market opened up and looks like these are 30-minute bars. This was the 8:30 bar. We actually, took out the nighttime high by just a little bit, of course, and failed and went the other way. We'll see what happens. In the broader scheme of things, it's a giant balance we're in. And been in for a while. We tried to fall out of it last week, but then we snapped right back up into it. All right, so that's CES. Let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks the same. It looks like NASDAQ did not take out its high of the night. It's 7 o'clock bar did, whatever. Anyway, stuff is selling off right now, but not by very much. Bitcoin's market cap is up, so I'm sure that I would guess that means Bitcoin's price is up too. Yeah, Bitcoin's price is at 67. Still looks like a pretty serious rejection out of this gap, out of this bearish gap in this low volume area. So we'll see. Things that did, it's doing better, but it'd be doing a lot better if it could get past this area and establish a trading range at a higher spot. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. Right now, where it is, it's still in a downtrend, and it's still ugly, 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 ugly. All right. Well, hopefully, gold and silver are doing well this morning. Nah. What the heck? Gold futures. Yeah, gold down a quarter point. So that's basically unchanged for an asset that moves around as much as gold has been recently, or silver for that matter. Now, silver's down to 3/4 of a point. Let's zoom back out on silver and take a bigger look at it. Oh, that's not silver. What the heck? I swear I hit silver futures. Did I not? Okay, there we go. So silver futures are actually down 1.3 points. We actually would have liked the other one better, I guess. Would have liked the other one better. Let's slap a Fibonacci retracement on this thing. All right, let's see. I didn't quite get it exactly right. Yeah, this silver came pretty dang close to the 61.8, didn't it? Based on, going off the October 23 lows. Like I always say, it's kind of subjective. I mean, you could also maybe go off this swing low. Anyway, I'm just going to take that off the screen. All right, so let's look at the diversified divas. Well, let's look at the charts first of these dogs. All right, blocks. Okay, well, I'm sorry, blocks, for calling you a dog. Not today. Blocks is up a few basis points, but and that's with, but it adjusted for dividends, it's flat. If somebody bought it on day one, and there's lots of people that did, or there's some people that did, not everyone is smart enough to wait till August to buy it like me. You got to be really smart to wait to buy it at a higher price, like I always seem to, and then sell it at a lower price. Anyway, but a lot of guys got in early, and they're still all right. I mean, market went way up, it went way down. You factor in all these dividends, you're about even. But not me. So I bought it in August, and then I bought more in November when I thought it dipped, like right about here. So that's great. But whatever, it's a good fund. It's not the fund's fault. Like I always say, it's not the fund's fault that my timing sucks. It's the fund's doing what it's supposed to, and I'm happy with it. Now let's look at ULTI from Rex. I is in Igloo, ULTI, not Y. All right, this dog is down 4.33%. Somebody that bought this thing on day one is way underwater. It's underwater. I mean, it dropped from 21 to 14. That's, I mean, 7 out of 21 is 33%, right? I'm pretty good at math. I mean, I'm actually poor at math, but I'm decent at estimating. So that's like a little less. It's down like 30% or something because it's not quite 14. So that is ugly, 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 ugly. This thing can go up in a hurry, but until Bitcoin goes up, this thing is dead money. So is blocks. So is ULTI, Y probably. So is any of these higher risk funds. Now, of course, this one, let's see. If you bought this one if you bought this one when blocks came out, that's actually about the same difference. Believe it or not, this one's performing from the day blocks came out. It looks like it's performing about very similar. Now, it didn't go up as much, but it hasn't come down as much, but it's approximately unchanged since late May, early June on a total return basis. But all right, so that's ULTY, but it is down a little bit today, 0.9 of a point today. Let's see, then let's look at K yield, everyone's favorite. Now, K yield, if you would have bought the day it came out at 23 or whatever on the first close, and now it's at 20, that's 3 points. So that's a little bit less than 15%. Down. So it's doing about twice as well as those other dogs. But all right, so let's go. Let's see how close my estimates were. And it's down 64 basis points today. ULTY is doing the best. And then, of course, ISBB or ISSB is a diva. It's down 1.3. If you bought this one the day it came out, you're already down 20% total return. Came out at a bad time, not nearly as bad a time as this one that was long both Bitcoin and gold. This one has dropped 20%. You know, started at 25, it's trading 20. That's 1/5 is 20%. All right, so let's go back and look at the diversified divas. Let's look at the rolling total return, see if I got those right. All right, ULTI, I said was down a little. I said 33%, but then I said a little bit less, but it is down 33%. Blocks is down 30%. Maybe blocks is the one I said a little bit less on, but in any event, I mean, those are going to be dead money until Bitcoin turns around and goes up, unless they change their prospectus and start investing in other stuff. All right. LFGY, I need to put your comments up to make sure I'm not. All right. Hey, guys. All right. Anyway, LFGY down 25%. WPay down 21%. ULTY down 18%. Then we have the next group, which is K yield and GPTY. And those are blue chippier, less volatile. So it kind of makes sense. They're right there. GPTY doesn't have as many crazy stocks in it as any of these ones down here do. Then we have QLDY down 5.3. Q's down 2.5. The SPY is actually up 1.92. Chippy is killing it, plus 15.7. Hey, Bon. Hey, Marcus. William. Dividend degenerate. And we have Mayor here. Mayor saying he's rotating into emerging market funds like AEF and FAX. Why didn't anyone tell me? Yeah, why didn't anyone tell me to buy the Korean index? Why didn't anyone tell me to buy the Russell? I mean, small stocks, foreign stocks, materials. And I guess the only thing that people were saying to get gold and silver, and I did that, and I think you guys did too, and that is going well. But I I miss the emerging market trend for sure, to be sure. And yeah, I miss the emerging market trend. Oh well, I can't catch them all. When you have tech stocks all the time, live by the sword, die by the sword. I do well during tech stock rallies, not so well during uh, situations like now. But luckily, that's what I have the inverses in the ATTR for. So, all right, let's look at StockTools.app. There we go. I didn't get to listen to them, Ambassador Kwan, in the Curve show yesterday because I was locked out of Retire on Dividends Discord. But he went in there somehow and overwrote it. But I just found out about it too late. I really wanted to see it. I didn't hear and I didn't hear the Wednesday show either. I forget why I couldn't hear that. I think I looked for it and couldn't find it or something. So hopefully you guys got to see that. I tried to play Kalshi last night, but I had a freaking computer. Had to reset my Apple password, and it was just it was a cluster last night. I didn't play any Kalshi. Have you guys seen this? Okay, I'll bring Kalshi over here. I love Kalshi. Let's see. Let's look at trending. Do you guys do any of this stuff? Yeah, who will leave Trump's cabinet next? This one, I wish I would have bought. I wish I would have got Bondi or Letnick. Probably get both of them. You could get both of them, and if either one of them got fired, you'd have a 3-to-1 payoff. I mean, you bet 3 and you'd get 10 back. Well, because 22 plus 16 is what, 38. So I guess it'd be like a 10. You'd bet almost 4. You'd bet 38, and if one of them won, you got fired, it'd be 100. That one's kind of tempting. They have somebody on here for third that I've never heard of. Have you guys heard of this person? But mainly I like to play sports. My cash to bet, I bet against crypto, and but I just can't get the hang of these binary options are hard to get the hang of because they don't have convexity. They can't run with the market. They're either 1 or 0. You can't get. You want to talk about capped upside? Binary options are your ultimate capped upside. So I have no idea why this is taking so long, but yeah, I'm in love with Kalshi. All right, I'll just shut it. All right, I'm pulling you guys back over here. Anyway. Marcus said he did tell people to buy the small caps yesterday. Good job, Marcus. Yeah, Marcus is fired. You're fired. So, Mayor bought him SCI Vietnam. Wish me luck. Does anyone have any of that IMOM yet? IMOM or QMOM? IMOM looks like a potential foreign stock type of play. Well, here's the new tip. ALM, buy it. Okay, well, it's a tungsten stock. Good call. That's tungsten. I mean, I never heard of tungsten before about 30 years ago. And I used to listen to, it was either Paul Harvey or Rush Limbaugh. May have been both of them. I mean, I listened to both of them off and on. But one of them was a big advertiser, was Eli Callaway, and he built that tungsten titanium driver. I'm talking in the early 90s or something. That's the first time I'd ever become aware of that material. All right, so let's go to FinViz though and check that out. That looks pretty. And so ALM, Almonte Industries, huh? Heck yeah. I mean, there's probably a lot of demand for tungsten with with all the boomers being so rich, playing a lot of golf. I mean, they need those drivers. I'm sure they can also make bullets and other stuff that's good too, or that's financially lucrative to make. I'm sure they can. Look at this, 540% for the year. Now, no dividend. It's a growth stock, but heck yeah, Marcus. let's look at it monthly. Let's go back further. Wow. The $1.47 in 2016. It's a 10-bagger. That's wonderful. All right, Marcus paid attention in science class or school or just a smart guy generally, because he's saying tungsten has the highest melting point, basically fireproof. So yeah, it may be tanks, I'm thinking, and stuff like that, armor, and yeah. So it does have a better use than golf clubs. But man, those pings, you could, I mean, those were really good golf. Even I could, my friend, I was never a big golfer. My friend he always has the new. He plays golf like I play guitar or whatever. That's his thing in life. He always has the newest gadgets and stuff. Anyway, he had those, and I swung with it, and it's amazing. They have a bigger sweet spot. I mean, it was even I could hit it. So I mean, I do really like those big. Also, they were oversized. They were super light. Man, you could just crush the ball with one of those. I couldn't really, but I mean, somebody that knew what they're doing could just crush the ball. All right, so let's look at, let's do this. We never did check out stock tools, and I really wanted to get to that. I was just seeing what you guys had to say. Okay, so stock tools. Okay, so let's check it out. But yeah, that IMOM looks really cool. I think it stands for International Momentum, but it looks really, it has really good results, and it's quantitative. And I like the prospectus. Of course, I like the prospectus on other things that didn't work out. So the prospectus can definitely fool me sometimes, but that IMOM looks legit. Excuse me. Okay. Look at this. MTYY. Heck yes. Now, what is MTYY doing up when MicroStrategies is down? That's amazing. MSFY up 2 and Microsoft's down a little bit. That's cool too, but it's not nearly as amazing as MTYY. Holy cow. All right. Well, look at MST up 2.3, where IBID is plus a little bit. And if you look at MST's underline is MicroStrategy, which it kind of is also, that's down a little bit. So in either event, MST is doing well. YBTC looking really good as well. So is YETH. Why is blocks down? I mean, if Ether and Bitcoin are up, I mean, I get maybe they have some stocks in there that are related that are down, but I mean, it shouldn't be though. What the heck, blocks? I mean, it's only down 1 point, which is nothing for blocks, but still, I mean, it'd be better with me if it was up 1 point. Oh, well. Oh, well. Mayor said, I'm into metal miners of many kinds, the play switch from metals to miners, GDX, etc., etc. Yes, absolutely. Good call. All right. So what do we have on deck for today? You guys got any questions? Put them in the comments. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here. Does anyone have an opinion on whether I should do the YieldMax interview with Mike Coe? I have him scheduled to speak with him on Monday. I'm halfway thinking about recording it so I can ask him questions, and like I can edit out this when I say something dumb, which happens, or and make it shorter and knock the. Sometimes I like to do that, but it's so much easier to do it live. The last one I did with David, I mean, I edited it and I worked on it for like 2 days and no one watched it. So, I mean, I was under the belief that the recorded ones were more watched than the live ones, but I don't know if that's true. Now, but David's is kind of a niche. No one really knows who David is yet, except that we do in here. But the ISSB, ISBG are niche ones. Everyone either loves or hates, mainly hates YieldMax. So you know, on that live stream, I don't know. Also, the other thing is if I just do it live, I have to ask like 3 questions. I'm going to ask them why they don't close feed. And, I mean, that's it. You know, I mean, they have some lousy funds. Why don't they close some of the worst ones? But especially, I'd start with feed and 5e, cut those, and I mean, those are embarrassing. But other than that, I really don't have any questions for them. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I say, Mayor, I'm gonna ask them. You know, a lot of influencers, you know, anyway, there's just a lot of. I don't even want to get into it, but yeah, like I say, no, I don't promise to be tough on them. The you know, promise to be tough on them. A lot of that's based on people that don't understand how these work, and they, you know, and so no, that I'll let the influencers that don't understand how these work. But I am going to ask them, you know, legit questions like, what is it? What would it take for them to close the fund? Why did they close Murney when it was down that much? You know, and it came, and he's going to say, well, because it came back. But I'm going to show him feet's never been above zero. It's a failed strategy. It's ridiculous. So I mean, that's the one thing I have to ask him. But anyway, so then if it's live, then you guys can jump in and ask him. You can ask him a tough question, Mayor. But I'm saying I'm fine with him getting tough questions. But a lot of the things that people, you know, there's just anyway. But that's the good thing about doing a live stream, because then yes, I probably won't ask many tough questions other than that one I have planned. But you guys can ask him. So I'm leaning towards doing it live because I'm leaning towards doing it live. But I thought maybe I was just going to see if you guys had an opinion. I thought you guys might say, "Oh, we don't care. We don't want to talk to him anyway," which is what I figured you'd say. You guys would say, you know, but then I figured some of you guys might say, "No, I have some questions. Absolutely, let's do it live." We could even have them in Discord, like Rod did and stuff. But I just want to make it, or like they did yesterday. You know, where you guys could ask them questions directly. I'm not trying to gatekeep. You guys can ask them whatever questions you want. But anyway, you think, okay. Now I hear you, Mayor. I got you. Okay. You think winter is really picking up? Ask him, what about, yeah. Okay. But that's it. We ask him that every time. I really am trying to think of some legit new questions. But other than that one, I guess it's Thursday. The only thing that I'm worried about it is because I told him, right now I have it scheduled as a live stream, but I told him I'd let him know by Friday if I wanted to reschedule it so I need to make the decision today. It's not hard either way. So let's just do it live because I really don't have an hour's worth of questions to ask him. I mean, you know, let's do it live. I'll ask him 20 minutes worth of questions and some option questions, and then you know, we'll take audience questions, because Max does, not even you guys, like people that, not you guys, other people that don't tune into this show. Oh, it's a Max live stream. Let's turn that on, you know, and hopefully they'll have questions. It's not all on us, but yeah, no, the inverses would, Jay was always disappointed that the inverses haven't taken off more. You know, that always, so I bet what he's going to say, and I think what they usually say, what Jay says is just buy him more, you know, buy some more of him, and we'll give you more. So, but then that takes me back to feed and 5e. Okay, well, feed and 5e only has 11 million. It's not even doing as well. Okay, let's look at feed. I mean, you know, their executive secretary probably has half of that in her 401k. I mean, it's just not a lot of AUM. Yeah, 10.79 AUM. I mean, but let's check winter. I mean, winter's growing in AUM probably because the price has gone up. It's 79 million, and it used to be small, but probably like half of that is because the price is appreciated. But legitimately, it's probably had 40 billion in it, or million before that. But yeah, we'll definitely ask him. So those are our 2 questions right now: more inverses, and what's the deal with feed? I mean, or not only feed. I mean, they have some other lousy funds too. You know, I'm doing a video right now on the 5 worst yield max funds, but that's the one that stands out the most to me. But there's some other ones that are, in my opinion, failed strategies. That's the strategies failed. You know, I don't say the funds failed just because the underline's down, but I'm talking ones where the underline's not down and the fund is still being spanked by every other fund in the world. You know, of course, it's being spanked by the parent. That goes without saying. You know, but it's being spanked by all the other competition. And it has no AUM. It's not making you money. It's an embarrassment. So yeah, Okay. Marcus, or I'm sorry, Mayor, what are you saying here, Bud? Income thematic, not only indexes and single stocks. Yeah, winter is picking up for sure. Income thematic. I don't get what that is, but I will definitely. I mean, we have a spot to put questions. You guys are real good about putting questions. Finding serendipity, if I ask him to, he'll go give me 20 questions. I won't have to prepare it all. He'll give me, I mean, and he's done it multiple times before, but in good questions. But I don't want to do that. I have a few questions. I don't need to do that. So those are 2 questions. Maybe on the afternoon show, be thinking about it. Maybe if I can come up with 3 other topics that I think would be interesting. I mean, here's something I want to ask him, because I want to ask him how to trade the VIX. He's a volatility trader. We're always wondering how to get long volatility. I'm showing you guys, go to UVIX and by the, but volatility is so hard. I mean, I wouldn't mind asking him an option question, like what's your favorite way to take out portfolio insurance using volatility, not betting against the market with puts, but when you have a fund that's selling, and he's doing so something like that. So I think that's something that would be interesting too. So I have 2 questions. I'm going to ask him, just an option or just to help us, because you guys are option traders too, and people that watch my station might be interested in that. But other than that, those are only 2 things I had. He worked, I think Mike Coe worked for. I could ask him a conspiratorial question. I have a conspiratorial type thing. I was trying to make sure if this is even true. Does he have a Wikipedia? Didn't he work at Cantor Fitzgerald? I was going to ask him if he knows Howard Lutnick. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I really like YQQQ. I'll ask him why he doesn't shut Salty down. Salty's I can, but you're right. YQQQ is, Salty's incredibly bad. Salty's another failed fund. Salty's a failed fund. Salty and Feed. I'll get that content out soon. Let me see here. I thought that his first job on Wall Street, or one of his jobs, was Cantor Fitzgerald. Let me see if I type those two together. Yeah, and he's a partner. And he was head of listed equity derivative sales. You guys realize Cantor Fitzgerald was the Cantor Fitzgerald, I believe that company was had the top 5 floors of the World Trade Center, and the whole company perished in 9/11, except for Howard, who had to take his kids to school or something. There's a few people, Howard's one of them. They have other offices, but I was just going to ask him if he worked for, I thought I might be interested to ask him if when he worked for Cantor Fitzgerald, if it was during that time and, that kind of stuff. And then we could also say, hey, are you friends with Howard? Do you have connections there or something? So those are 3 questions I have for him, and the Cantor Fitzgerald question is not really a good question, but it's something that I've always been curious about because he's mentioned it before, and I've always kind of wanted to ask him. But see, that's why I thought about doing a private one, because then if I pick up, he's not comfortable talking about that and it's awkward, just cut it out. So cut it out. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We can talk about this later. Anyway, hopefully this brainstorming session helped, let's come up with some new, help me come up with some new questions for him. All right, guys, thank you so much. And you have a good day, and I will talk to you soon.